So the reason why we decided to come here to Mexico in Cozumel, I think was mainly because of the timing was good and also the condition was nice. So I think it's a very specific course to prepare for sub-7 as well, even though I will have pacers that will help me around, especially on the bike. So it's kind of giving us the answers that we're looking for.
Of course, at this time of the year, it's limited possibilities, but Cozumel was one of the races where we saw people had been doing fast times before, despite being a little bit longer bike course than normal. So Cozumel, it was.
So it's been amazing coming here. I came here 2 weeks early and already was a lot of athletes around cheering on and kind of giving their support, and it's been really feeling welcomed, and it's amazing to see how many that actually saw the race in Tokyo and kind of gets inspired by that. And yeah, it's strange, but also very nice to see.
(2,320 meters of training in Sierra Nevada really doesn't allow for very aggressive or a lot of heat training. We had to start it easy there, but we knew we had to get to Cozumel with enough time in advance, and from all the testing we have done into the Olympics and so on, we knew that Kristian needed approximately minimum 7 days, probably 10 days to be on the safe side. And here we had, with 2 weeks, we know that we should have enough time to prepare also for the heat that we eventually will face.
Yes, now we are so lucky that we can get the chance to use the boat to have a look at the swim course. So we're swimming to the, as it's an ATP swim, it's almost 4K from start to finish. So we'll now drive to the beginning of the start and then jump out of the boat. So the course itself here in Cozumel is maybe the smoothest swim you can have if the current is normal. We knew that already before, like last time the swim at like around 39-40 minutes. So now the hassle of understanding all the colors of the bags is always kind of as confusing as always. So we were so close to miss the T1 and T2 check-in, but I was stressing quite a lot when we were putting on, like up there on the balcony, putting on the new chain ceramic speed for the race. It was like 1 hour left until both T1 and T2 was closing. So, yeah, we saw like really wild there. He's the most experienced one, and if he's coming in 5 minutes before it closes, it's probably the right thing to do.
One of the things that actually caught us a little bit on surprise when we arrived at Cozumel is that we knew already that the wind conditions could be challenging, meaning that the downwind part would be in a protected area where we wouldn't get any advantage from the tailwind. While getting into the section where we would have headwind, we would be completely exposed to the wind or mostly exposed to the wind. What we maybe caught us with a bigger surprise is actually the rain. The rain, we've had much more rain than what has been usual for any years before. Both as a feedback from other athletes that's been here, but also the local. And it's actually been to the extent where roads have completely filled up with water. We have had water 10, 15 centimeters high. The water has been brown, so you can't see potholes, you can't see debris or anything that is in the roads, which really can make it dangerous unless you slow down and you get up on a bike and you lose vital time in the race, especially when you aim for a record.
Big day is here. It's looking like it's going to be pissing down, at least for the first part of the race. It's quite a lot of rain outside. So
I think there are no doubt we will have rain. It is rain already. Beautiful. Not fast.
Beautiful. Lovely.
Little bit disappointed. You can't do anything about the weather. The weather is what the weather is. But of course, Kristian, I'll say, mentally preparing for, how to say, getting into the water, what to do, what to focus on, just finding the flow. Of course, I have the time to continuously run through my head what is this gonna look like.
In the race morning and just kind of trying to stay to my numbers, I found like it's no reason to, or I don't gain too much by going to the front and swimming in first position, like for maybe gaining like another minute. So I was more staying second position in the field, in the group, and just trying to conserve energy and saving my legs, using my arms mainly, and getting as smoothly through the swim as possible before getting into transition. Because I felt like the numbers was reading so high compared to how I was feeling. But then so I was thinking maybe there was something wrong with the calibration. But I guess it was just that I was high on caffeine and feeling fresh and good, and the numbers was just coming naturally. So pushing maybe I did most of the work, like the first hour. But it felt like a long train behind me. So as it's a new territory, I don't know really how strong the others are on the bike. So I was kind of thinking, okay, is it that easy to just stay behind, that everyone is kind of, maybe I have to kind of share the work a little bit. But as we came through downtown and Patrick went to the front and managed to build up a little gap, and I was sitting third position, and I saw that he was able to kind of slip away. So then just as we kind of passed one loop mark, I was then just putting in a little surge, bridging up, and I had to look back, and I saw that the guys behind wasn't able to follow. So I saw we had a little gap there after about 60K, and I thought, okay, now it's time to put the hammer down.
They say actually now that the estimated finish time for the bike is 4:0. So if he does that, he is gonna take Jan's record. The problem is that when you go this fast, the first thing you see on the forums is this doping allegations, because people think that the Ironman people are the holy people of triathlon. And the problem is that they don't understand that there's a new era coming on board now. And I think that as soon as people start to realize, it will only be a matter of time, of course, where people try to bridge the gap and they will also start to go faster. But I think they need to understand that there is a league above the pros in Ironman today, and that is the Norwegian triathletes.
So I knew that I was then doing the math and kind of thinking, okay, what if I do 2:45 run 2:40 or 2:35? So I kind of had a good overview of what I needed to do to be able to go sub 7:30 or 7:40 or even 25. But I also felt like my stomach wasn't the best. From the morning, it was quite kind of, it's easier on the bike because then you're just sitting on the saddle. But then when I started running, it was kind of a little bit funny stomach again, and it was more kind of trying to keep controlled, doing the nutrition right. Wasn't sure, but I thought, okay, I can do a quick toilet stop there on the first lap. And after that, I was just feeling so good again. It was like, I had like new legs, new body, and coming into downtown, a lot of people screaming, cheering on. And I was just getting so excited, like trying to push it down to like 3:35 pace. And okay, this is smooth. This can go really fast.
If he keeps he's already at a 2:30 marathon now. But his 14K is one out of 3 laps. This is when I see he passes the 30K mark, if he's still keeping it up, I think he will bring it home.
What about the 30K wall?
Oh yeah, the 30K wall. I was actually thinking about there when I went out on the last lap. I was just trying to go like, it's better to go 5-10 seconds slower than ending up having to walk. And it's kind of when you start kind of running almost in the same pace as the age groupers around, like often on the first lap you're just kind of flying past, but then the closer you get to the finish line, the often it's more like you're running the same speed. So it was very tough to start overtaking the people in front of me. From 10 to 5K left was maybe the toughest part.
All the work that we have done, all the preparations, all the details, it pays off. The amount of hours we put into just all the preparations to just be the best, have all the margins on our side, and be able to come home again and basically tell my family and others that this is actually more their victory than ours, because they put in a sacrifice that is quite tremendous also compared to also what we are doing.
I love you. I'm really obsessed with you. I sent you a DM.
Fy faen, for en mann.
Well, I guess Alistair was enjoying the live coverage. It wasn't any live coverage, but he will probably be doing all that he can do to be as well prepared for next summer. So he is probably doing everything he can with his team, and we have a team that is quite motivated to not just beat him, but beat his team as well. So it's going to be a really fun journey to work towards, and probably he didn't expect me to hold on that well in the humidity as it is, I guess.